Alright, hello everybody. Yes, it's your good friend Possible here. I'm back and I'm using my new toys as always, getting used to the um, video blogging as opposed to, typing out the words and everything. We are here today to discuss Resident Evil 5 Retribution. This is the movie, not the video game. There's a big difference there. There's always been a big, huge difference when it comes to the Resident Evil movies versus the video games. In the video games, life goes on as always. It happened in Raccoon City, it was stopped in Raccoon City. And later on they came back when Leon, in number 4, in Resident Evil 4, the video game, Las Plagas, Umbrella, it was still going on. This movie, however, lacks a lot of what the video game has going for it. The video games themselves are all about zombies, the virus, but also conspiracy and puzzles. The video games of Resident Evil are a very cognitive video game. You really got to think during those games. Whereas during the movies, you really got to let go and just let the action happen and forget and shut off your brain because you don't have to remember any of this stuff. Okay, it comes, it goes, but nothing really has any meaning. There's no really oomph behind it, and that's always been the problem with these movies starting back from 2002 when the first Resident Evil came out, starring Mia Jovovich. Yes, she is back as Alice again. So it starts off where the last movie left off, which is the big shootout on the boat and everything. Okay, the action was comical. You just didn't get it sometimes. You never really felt that these people were in danger, and even if they died, you didn't really care, and you felt that no one really cared anyway. When it comes to this movie, the dialogue is especially lifeless. People speak like they're reading from a book they've read the first time and they don't fully understand the words. All right, the dialogue goes by very straight. Mia Jovovich again as Alice. She does have some pretty good roles. She's got some great, acrobatic action scenes, but nothing that inspires you too much. All right, we do have some honorable mentions though. We got to mention Bingbing Li. She is Ada. Obviously, if you've played the games before, she's got the look. The hair's a little short, but for the most part, it's her voice that's been my problem. It's not that she sounded bad, but I'm so used to the video game's Ada that when I hear her talk, I'm like, that just doesn't sound the same. But then again, it's not the same person, so you gotta expect that. She does a great job. She really plays Ada to the tilt. I mean, if you've played the games before and you know Ada at all, this is Ada pretty much for you. And of course, that's the video game version of Ada. You see the look is dead on. Just dead on there. Then we have Johann Erb in a blurry picture, it looks like, of he is Leon Kennedy. My only complaint with him, because he's got the clothes, the costume designing was spot on. Okay, I gotta tell you that right now. But the voices, they were off, but then again, it's not the same person, so you gotta expect that. However, the clothing was spot on. He dressed like Leon Kennedy. When you saw him, you knew he was Leon Kennedy, and he did a fair job of bringing Leon Kennedy to the big screen. My only complaint, Leon shaves, okay? He had this sort of, scruffy beard. Leon is not like that. Leon always has the clean face. But then again, it is the end of the world, so where are you going to find a razor, right? The best honorable mention does go to Miss Engineer. Yes, Becky is the daughter of Mia Jovovich's character, Alice. You don't understand? Well, it is confusing. But when you watch it, you do understand. Becky played an awesome role. One thing you have to remember is that the role of Becky was not originally meant to be hearing impaired. But because she is hearing impaired in real life, they made her hearing impaired for the show. And it really worked. It added some life to an otherwise stale show. Ultimately, the movie comes and goes, and you really don't feel one way or the other about it. So I'm going to give you a big pass on this one. I'm not going to recommend Resident Evil 5 unless you're a big fan of the movies, a big fan, which I feel it's a dying base. However, one question a lot of people ask me is, Possible, how is it these movies are still being made? They're bombing at the box office. They're making nowhere near their budget, but that's only the local that people are looking at. Worldwide, these are actually great movies. They do really good jobs. So if you ever wonder why they're making a sequel to a movie that bombed, well, for the most part, the bombing is happening in America. And overseas, that's some real money to be made in that market over there. Well, I'm Possible. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll see you next time.